Let us come to exercise 5.2 now. First question is, state the property that is used in each of the following statements. Here we can see there are two lines A and B and they are cut by two transversals. We have been shown angle 1 to 8. Now the first statement is, if A is parallel to B, that means these two lines are parallel, then angle 1 is equal to angle 5. Now what type of angles are these? These are on the same side and same position. So these are corresponding angles. So what is the property which is used here? That is the corresponding angle property. That whenever two lines are cut by a transversal, then the corresponding angles so formed are equal. Now second is, if angle 4 is equal to angle 6, then A is parallel to B. Now what type of angles are these? These are alternate interior angles, and we have studied earlier that whenever alternate interior angles are equal, we can say that lines are parallel. So what property is used here? It is alternate interior angles property. That means if alternate interior angles are equal, then we can say that lines are parallel. Third statement is, if angle 4 plus angle 5 is equal to 180 degree. Now these are interior angles on the same side of transversal, and if these are supplementary, then we can say that lines are parallel. So which property is used here? That interior angles on same side of transversal are supplementary, or you can write down that their sum is 180 degrees. Question number 2 is, in the adjoining figure, identify. This is the figure we are given, and here we have to identify the pairs of corresponding angles. Now corresponding angles means same side, same position, like we have already discussed. So first pair is angle 1 and angle 6. The second pair is angle 4 and angle 5. Third pair is angle 3 and angle 7. And next pair is angle 2 and angle 8. So whenever two lines are intersected by a transversal, then four pairs of corresponding angles are formed. This is the first pair, second, third and fourth. Now pairs of alternate interior angles, only alternate interior angles. So in such cases, two pairs of alternate interior angles are formed. The first pair is angle 3 and angle 6, and the second pair is angle 2 and angle 5. Now third part says the pairs of interior angles on the same side of transversal. These are the interior angles, and these two are on this side of transversal and these two are on the left side. So first pair is angle 2 and angle 6, and second pair is angle 3 and angle 5. Now fourth part says the vertically opposite angles. Now how are vertically opposite angles formed? They are formed when two lines intersect. These pairs are vertically opposite. So these are in cross. Like two pairs are here. That is angle 1, and they are always equal. We have already studied. Angle 1 is equal to angle 3, and second pair is angle 2 is equal to angle 4. Third pair is angle 5 is equal to angle 8, and next pair is angle 6 is equal to angle 7. Question number 3 is, in the adjoining figure, P is parallel to Q. These two lines are parallel to each other, and this is the transversal which cuts them. Find the unknown angles. If you see in the figure, we have 6 unknown angles which are to be found. Now, whenever two lines are parallel and transversal cuts them, then corresponding angles are equal, alternate angles are equal, and sum of interior angles on the same side of transversal their sum is 180 degree. So we are going to use these three properties somehow to find out all these angles. This question can be done in various ways. So how we are starting? I am going to find this angle first. From here I will find out this, from here this, and from here this. I am going to move in a zigzag order. Now these two angles, they are forming a linear pair. So angle E plus 125 degree is equal to 180 degree. Why? Because these form a linear pair. Now E when this 125 when goes that side, it is subtracted. So angle E comes out to be 55 degree. Now what about E and F? What about E and F? They are vertically opposite angles. So E is equal to F. Why? Because these are vertically opposite angles. So angle F is also equal to 55 degrees. Now what about F and A? When two lines intersect, these are parallel, then angles like this are alternate interior angles. You can even turn your book and see the figure like this. So angle F is equal to angle A because these are alternate interior angles. So angle A is also equal to 55 degree. See, three angles we have found till now: angle E, angle F, and angle A. Now what about A and C? These are vertically opposite angles. So angle C is also equal to 55 degrees. Now what about C and B? Again they are forming a linear pair. Angle C plus B is equal to 180 degree because they form a linear pair. Together they are making an angle of 180 degree. So C we already know, 55 degrees plus B is equal to 180 degrees. So B is equal to 180 minus 55, that means 125 degrees. And what about B and D? They are vertically opposite angles. So angle B is equal to angle D because these are vertically opposite angles. So angle D is also equal to 125 degrees. You can also use the other results for getting the result. You can use the linear pair here also. From here means many results can be used, but all these results will give the same answer if you don't do any mistake. Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to discuss the remaining questions of exercise 5.2. Hope you have understood the basic concepts well. That were discussed in online class also, and I had also sent videos regarding that. Now see question number 4. Find the value of x if L is parallel to M. Now we had discussed earlier that whenever two parallel lines are intersected by transversal, remember I am saying parallel lines. If they are intersected by a transversal, then whatever pairs of corresponding angles are formed, how many pairs are formed? 4. And 4 pairs, these are equal, and whatever pairs of alternate interior or alternate exterior angles are formed, they are also equal, and the angles, interior angles on the same side of transversal are supplementary. So these three results you are to remember whenever parallel lines are intersected by transversal. Now here also in first part, these two are parallel lines and they are intersected by a transversal. Using this and the given angles, we have to find out the value of x. Now this can be done in many ways. For example, if I say this angle 1. Now this 110 and angle 1 together are making a linear pair. So angle 1 plus 110 degree is equal to 180 degree. Why? Linear pair. and 110 when it will go that side, then it will be subtracted. So angle 1 comes out to be 70 degrees. And now see angle 1 and angle x. What type of angles are these? Yes, these are corresponding angles. So x is equal to angle 1 because these are corresponding angles. So x is equal to 70 degree. Now it can be solved like this also. If I don't take this to be angle 1, if I take this, then these are vertically opposite angles and these two angles have some 180. So it can be found from there also. So again, whatever method you follow, but you will get the same answer which we have got. Now see B part. Now see which lines are given to be parallel. L and M are parallel and they are cut by two transversals. So I have to find out the value of x. Now if you want, you can tilt your figure like that also. Two lines cut by parallel lines cut by a transversal. What types of angles are these? Yes, these are corresponding angles. So L is parallel to M and A is transversal. So we can say that x is equal to 100 degree because these are corresponding angles. There is no use of this angle which is given. You can use it if you want, but as such there is no use. Directly we can say that x is equal to 100 degree because these are corresponding angles.